Welcome, respected friends. Receive the gratitudes, salutations, appreciations, acknowledgements, and the wishes and prayers that this beautiful spiritual journey continues with more zeal and inspiration added every moment. Further, checking the sadhaka in us, checking the jignasu in us, checking the mumukshu in us, checking and taking care of the bhakta and shishya and the shrota every day we have to do, along with our sadhaka sevaka every of the identities. Like if we have 4 or 5 children at home, everyone we take care, or 4 or 5 pets if you take care, if you are having them, take care of it, or 5 6 businesses are there, we take care of all of them. In the same way, we have to ensure all of these 9 Vyaktitwas in us are properly nourished every day with conscious attempts. That is called spiritual sadhana. And then also being in touch with full clarity that these are the 5 sources which empower us, which bless us, whose guidance and krupa is so much necessary to us. Knowing it, tuning to them and receiving all what we need from them, what they can give us. In our advertence of either extrovertedness or carelessness or ashraddha, even doubts or misguided by others, the presence of these 5, the power of these 5, their kindness and power of blessings, we just forget, we don't remember. So it's a conscious attempt to remember their presence, to have full faith in their presence, even if not seen by the Indriyas, 1 or 2 of them. Yet they are there to guide us, to bless us when we seek. With this full Shraddha, as we open the eyes, undoubtedly we see the world in front of us. As we have somebody at home, when we call them, they respond. When they call us, we respond. With such faith, we must be contacting all these 5 sources. The one is Sakshat Parabrahma, that is our goal, that is our own innate nature, that is the substratum of the entire world. Is my thinking about this Parabrahma becoming more frequent or not? While doing so, is my faith in His presence and He being the goal increasing or not? We have to see. In the same way, the whole world is managed by that Lord, in whatever the name we call Him. Is our faith also in Him and His power is increasing or not? How frequently we are remembering Him and asking Him only to bless us spiritually. Know that Shiva Bhujanga Prayata Stotram, such things help us in this regard. And then, like the house to maintain, the head of family required maintain a office, head of the office required for country, the PM president required. So to there is Adhyaksha, Maya Adhyakshena of this universe. He by himself has Sarvajnatva, Sarvashaktimatva, Sarvavyapakatva. He by himself has no Rupanama. But Shastras gave Nama like Omkara, Rupa like Brahma Vishnu, Maheshwara, Rama, Krishna ityadi. Rupa, Nama, our choice. But what he is, choicelessly, we have to agree him to be the Sarvajnadi Lakshana Yukta. Pray to him. Then comes that Lord's alone, various divine expressions through different portfolios, managing inner and outer world. Devatagana. Mm. See, as in the outer world, for all our requirements, we need so many individuals, and how nice relation we maintain with them. You know, the parents, the children, the neighbors, spouse. Same way, with so much fondness, love, we should maintain our coordination relation with all these Adhisthana Devatas. To make it happen, only the yajnas, the upasanas, to be done every day, were prescribed to us, which we have forgotten now. Therefore, we are in not contact with them. Like the children leave parents, go to America, Canada, settle there, and very rarely they are in contact. Life continues. Living life is not important. How beautifully it is lived, with what purpose. These devatas, like our own family elders, when we can own them, we get owned by them. Then the conveniences, the energies, the powers will be of different type. We neglect them. Anything important, neglected, we are at loss. Whether it is the water resource, the nature, the forest, the winds, the भूमाता, इसको भी neglect करें, नुकसान हमारा, important things. So to neglecting these devatas, we are at loss. So everyday routine, remember, devotion के साथ, यह अग्निदेव, thank you, you gave me this mouth to speak. ये सूर्य देव, thank you for giving the दृष्टि. 2 मिनट लगते स्मरण करने में. Okay, then the Paramatma himself as Guru Tattva, and that Tattva only through various Vyaktitvas as Guru Parampara continues to guide the jivas of those particular periods. He only comes in our life as our Guru and Acharya with single mission of guiding us to evolve, isn't it? So, if we have already one Guru Acharya, bas, remember him daily, tune to him, do upasana. If you don't have, pray to the Lord, he will send one. But one seen physically living Guru Acharya is essential for us to be, surrendering, for us to get the guidance. More than these two, for us to be disciplined. In brackets, we don't hesitate to put the word fear. isn't it? Of someone we have to have fear, whom we see and afraid. Then only we will be disciplined in doing what we have to do and in avoiding what's not to be done. Isn't it always? जैसे गुरुकुल में गुरु हमेशा है, इसलिए बच्चे डरते हैं वहाँ स्टूडेंट्स, जो नहीं करना वो नहीं करना, जो करना करना. So for that reason, when we pray, we get a living Guru to whom we surrender, of whom we are frightened of, and from whom we get continuous guidance, encouragement, answers to questions, solution to problem. Beautiful life it is. When we feel that he is my Guru, the joy is so great, no? Like this is my house, this is my property. It gives comfort at the grosser level. So to is my Guru, did we enjoy that joy? More than that is what? When that Guru says, yes, he is my disciple. No, yesterday, day before in Ramayana, Yoga Vasishta, the moment the Rama was seen both by Vasishta Vishwamitra, he is my disciple, both of them. I know that joy. Therefore, so lovingly they saw, invited him, etc. Rama also having heard their questions, he felt that they are my gurus. Majedar Batra, he got such a relaxation in his mind. I will get my solution. The example of when the thunder of the clouds come, the more coming out of all its fear, how it starts dancing the peacock. Feeling of that, I have a guru and I am that guru's disciple is very far, far reaching and joyful thing. Maja hai. Millions suffer because they don't have guides. Not that they don't have, they don't want to. Their ego doesn't allow to have a guru that has its own whims, fancies. That ego ready to surrender to the vasanas, to the mind's whims and fancies, but doesn't want to have a guru. Isn't it? Millions suffer this mohamaya. Very rare ones who recognize that I am my own enemy, my ego is my own enemy, my ignorance is my own enemy, my vasanas and mind is my own enemy, and the only way to protect myself from this enemy is the wisdom, and that's given by the Guru continuous. बहुत कम होते हैं fortunate ones who recognize it. So Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara, Swaguru, mainly our own Guru and Acharya. The feeling inside. And quietly praying upasana kar rahe hain mani man. So to any questions, doubt, we sort it out, get that guidance with full discipline and surrender, we follow it. And inside feel that fear कि ये नहीं करूँ मैं तो गुरु में feel bad. साधना which he told. ये इसके अलावा कौन सा thought हमको बचाएगा from falling down. Last but not least is our wonderful mother, mother of all mothers, the Shruti Mata. Even Jagan Mata blesses us as becoming Shruti Mata only. She will give us Upadesha, no? Upadesha is Shruti only. Shastra. So, Shruti, Vedas, Smriti, Gita, Yoga Vasishtadi, Purana, Bhagavatadi, Itihasa, Ramayana, Mahabharatam, and the Prakaranas, Santa Rachanas. They also have to be daily studied. We are listening, we should start studying. So we should start doing upasana to our gurus. Adhisthana devatas, again upasana yajna. Ishvara also upasana and prarthana. Parabrahma, remembering and identifying. When these are done regularly, then that required knack is developed, and then quality, that what you call stability starts coming. So having done all this, today's thought again, let us do this only precisely because same topic we are discussing at length. इसी को आगे करेंगे for today's thought before we commence study of our Upanishad. What it is Yesterday also almost same type of thing we discussed before the class. Okay, let us find the time and maturity to clearly understand, do and for the highest, not the lower. कल का वो बहुत गंभीर था इसलिए 40 minutes we discussed it. Never mind. Good. Today is what? Again, be clear about settling in these three things. First, have we settled outside in our daily routine? The physical settlement, the Vyavahara settlement, making a routine with 5-10% here and there, okay. Or even at this age when the life is almost came to that level that we are still in vagueness as to waiting for someone to come and tell what we have to do, or doing told by somebody else without ourselves having command. Sort it out, settling regarding my day's routine. In those days, especially the Brahmanas and all, बढ़िया सा settled in their व्यवहार 5 o'clock से लेकर रात को 8-9 तक they command their day. If somebody have to meet them, there are meeting hours 11 to 12 or evening for उसी समय आना है बाकी समय I am busy with my own activities. I know what I have to do, what I have to do outside. Nobody could command them unless some emergencies are there. Isn't it? In our life, we don't have any well planned fixed activity. Therefore, anybody can command and loot us and our time and attention. What a pathetic thing. Are we animal or what? That we don't know what to do and then we have to listen to all the other people around. Shut up. I have my schedule. I have no time for you. If at all, this is the time you come. Isn't it? So, first settlement is that one. Outside. Nobody dare even disturb us. They should not think that हम पॉकेट में फ्री में है तो कोई भी आकर हमारे सर पे बैठेगा. ऐसे होते हैं हमारा ना out of our meekness on the name of humbleness or love we only get sold out for anybody's command. Very vichitra it is. No? So settle in my routine. What exactly do I know and I am sticking to it. I am not compromising. Again, my lazinesses, my other things are not distracting me. Pakka. That self-discipline when I have, others also will be in their control limits. मैं खुद ही नहीं हूं तो वो लोगों को मैं फ्री में मिल जाता हूं. So they command me. One thing is very clear. Second is again settle in the mind also, which is very crucial, for which the yoga and bhakti help us. Ashtanga yoga and all. Settling in the mind means no more chaos or confusions or erratic thoughts of kshipta vikshiptata. Our mind is in our command. पक्का है ना. किनको प्रेम देना है, किनको डांटना है, किनको काम देना है, किनको दूर रखना है. With regard to the people, so too with regard to the emotions inside us. If you look at from the guna standpoint, settling in sattva guna always, using the rajo guna, not allowing the tamo guna to overpower. These are very big things to understand. We know when you study Gita, it will be very exhaustive, but थोड़ा background knowledge से समझ सकते होंगे. In the same way, settling inside about few things like, as we just now saw, the mind is never free. Mind is never thinking on its own. My mind is in the name of my Lord, or my mind is in the doing of that stotra patanam, or in the doing of that Veda mantra, or in the doing of that bhajana kirtana. Settle होना है वो. एक settlement तो we give specific timings and that time we do sadhana. Other settlement is it is never free even a moment. और राम राम कह ही रहा है, कृष्ण कृष्ण शिव शिव जय माता जी, उसमें सेटल होना है. Why should it be so much fragile or so much extrovert are so much disturbed and agitated, running everywhere, not knowing where to go. We are all unsettled in our mind कि कहाँ क्यों कब बन जाता है पता ही नहीं. Like our own children whom we pamper, वो कब उठता है, कब खाएगा, कहाँ जाएगा, कौन दोस्तों से मिलेगा, पढ़ेगा कि नहीं, कि खेलने कूदने जा रहा है. We are so erratic, we are indisciplined. We are preoccupied from in some nonsense, and we let loose the children and we never command them, isn't it? Throughout life, as long as we are alive as parents, children should be in our command. They cannot do anything without informing us, and we should guide them. Isn't it? That's the beautiful life. Rama will not do anything as long as Dasharatha is alive without Dasharatha's permission. That is why he is Rama. एग्जाम्पल था बाहर का बच्चों का. इन द सेम वे इनसाइड द माइंड शुड बी आवर बच्चा एंड इट इज ट्रूली आवर बच्चा नाउ. दैट वेयर इज ही रनिंग, ही नेवर टेल्स, वी नेवर आस्क. उसका अपना रास्ता, अपना अपना रास्ता. हाउ कैन इट बी व्हाई माय माइंड इज thinking at this moment about this person? What is the need? Or that person, or that person's nature or quality? मेरे को क्या लेना देना? हाँ, if he is a great Mahatma, from him something to be learnt, it is good. But we remember anybody, president of any country, prime minister of any country, काय go? Or any neighbor, or any shopkeeper, any ready wala, any rickshaw wala, and any of other relations. अभी क्या जरूरत है उनका मेरे मन में आने का? कोई काम है तो I'll go. If they come, I'll do. But now to my mind is not going to those people and objects, na? Even places. It shows we have never settled in commanding our inner mind. That is what we are saying. How can it go anywhere? मैं जो कह रहा हूँ वो करेगा बस वो. Mind, chant this name on this, or do the work fully engaged in, which is in the hands. It can be smaller work of cutting vegetables to any big work, कुछ भी हो. This is called the second inner settlement. व्यावहारिक settlement, then antaranga settlement. Again, in that again you can take the chitta, has it got the sufficient memory of what it has to have for smooth life? The buddhi, is it sharp enough to discriminate, contemplate, and take correct decision, not getting carried away by any influences? Is the mana active, dynamic, not having its freedom, but listening only what the buddhi says? Is that aham is always humble enough, grateful enough, surrendered enough, responsible enough, conscious enough. Aham, ego होना चाहिए ऐसा. That is the inner commandment. The third settlement is what? Naturally, the spiritual settlement. No moment of the day we have forgotten our ultimate goal. In fact, the outer inner activities of ours are consciously geared towards that only. Anything conducive for that, that alone is settled in inner and outer. Non-conducive removed. Settling. That is my goal. I have to achieve that. है ना? नॉट somebody याद दिलाते याद आएगा. हमें कोई कुछ भी करे तो भूलना नहीं चाहिए. How many things Hiranyakashipu tried to do to make Prahlada forget Sri Hari? Did he forget? How many temptations Yamaraj gave to Nachiketa to distract his attention in the mind? Take something else as goal, and you need not work for that goal. I am putting it in front of you, readily made, achievable, readily achieved. अब उस बंदे का माइंड से ना वो तत्व ज्ञान जानने का वो थॉट गया ही नहीं, कुछ भी किया. दैट सच ए फॉर्म, दैट्स ए फर्मनेस. You know that whole families na, Those are dedicated to the nation's protection, either through politics or more through the army. क्योंकि I have met so many people in life. Their minds are fixed बस हम देश के लिए. The grandfather was in the military, the son, father also will be there. This son is gearing up for that only. Mind is fixed. कोई कहने की जरूरत नहीं उनको उनको देर आर मेनी अदर सिविल प्रोफेशंस आर देर एज अब सूझता ही नहीं उनको होल फैमिली इज आर्मी और एनी ऑफ द डिफेंस फोर्सेस फिक्स हो गया माइंड उनका सच families are there hundreds thousands lakhs therefore we are safe secured inside in the same way our the Nachiketa was fixed in that is my goal how can it be otherwise Prahlada was fixed like that we also have to settle and never forget it. See that how come anything have that power to make me forget the goal for which I am born as human being. So in that way, settling in the goal, fully aware of it. The more we are aware of goal, the more we love that goal. Then all strengths will be invoked, all weaknesses can be eliminated. We are weak only because we are not very settled in our higher goal in the mind. ठीक है अपने आप मिल गया तो मिलेगा कोई नहीं अदरवाइज आई कैन वेट फॉर 10,000 लाइव्स दिस एटीट्यूड इज नॉट स्पिरिचुअलिटी spiritual attitude is in this very life very soon I must get into that experience and get liberated from all limitations है कि नहीं लाइक नचिकेता एग्जाम्पल यमराज ने कहा नहीं कि बेटा तू फिर एक काम कर अगले बार आना तब बताऊंगा मैं या जाओ अपने पापा के साथ मौजा कर जब तुम बुढ़े हो जाओगे एनीवे मैं तुमको लेने आऊंगा उस समय मैं सिखाऊंगा तुमको ऐसा नहीं हुआ ही सेड आई विल नॉट ईट फूड और ड्रिंक एनीथिंग यू विल नॉट प्ले एनी खिलौना सोऊंगा ही नहीं जब तक वो आएंगे आने के बाद आई वांट दैट्स इट इमीडिएट अर्जेंट and he was intelligent which many people miss Nachiketa. He says anyway, as long as you are the king, you will not kill us. And when I came to you, why will you send me empty handed? Definitely you will give me best of the thing. So why should I waste my boon, asking you for this or that wealth? नहीं चाहिए मुझे. He says very intelligently. जीविष्यामो यावदी शिष्यसि त्वं लप्स्यामहे वित्तभद्राक्ष्म चेत्वा जीविष्यामो यावदीशयस्य त्वं देयरफॉर वरस्तु मे वर्णीय स एव लप्स्यामहे वित्तम मतलब पूरा वित्त आई विल गेट इट अद्राक्ष्म चेत्वा मतलब आई हैव सीन यू हाउ कैन यू सेंड मी एम्प्टी हैंडेड and yavadishishasi tvam as long as you are the ruler of this portfolio of killing जीविष्यामः you will not kill me हम दोस्त बन गए सो द लॉन्ग लाइफ ऑल वेल्थ लेकर ही गया नचिकेत क्योंकि तुमको देना ही पड़ेगा मैं आया हूँ हाउ कैन यू सेंड ए चाइल्ड एम्प्टी हैंडेड बट माई साइड यू गिव मी अ boon to ask वरस्तमे वर्णीय स एव and again he rectifies all these are all ending you know Ajiryatam, Amurtanam, Upetya, all of that he says, you keep exactly what are the thoughts in that young Nachiketa of 7, 8, 10, 11 years are the words of 15 years Rama. Today onwards, we are going to see in the Yoga Vasisht. So settle in the outer Vyavahara Bas. Everything we can't do and we cannot be without doing anything. Exactly what is to be done, know it, stick to it. So too in the mind, left to itself, for millions of lives, it goes in its own direction, divorcing with us. Like in many families, out of the social fear, wife and husband stay together, but they don't talk to each other, they don't help each other. कितने करोड़ों है इंडिया में, करोड़ों लाखों, बाहर ऐसा नहीं होता. They just kick, take the divorce and 22nd marriage they do. इंडिया में ऐसे नहीं, साथ में रहेंगे लेकिन बातें नहीं करेंगे, लड़ेंगे. How many are there? In the same way, our mind is with us but doesn't listen. वो अपने मस्ती में जा रहा है. Now settled in making it, training it to do exactly what we want it. Third is settling in, remembering the ultimate goal and every moment thinking about it. Help ourselves in this way. All the outer study of Shastras should help us in these inner understandings and convictions. So too, the listening to the Siddhanta Jnana should inspire us to practically do. That topic will take up another day. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanam Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsarashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तो पुनः पुनः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ जगतीमवितुं कलिताकृतयो विचरन्ति महामहसच्चलतः अहिमां श्रीवात्रविभासि गुरो भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद आचार्येभ्यो नमः. तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति शांति एकता पुरोभिवृद्धि अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां पूर्णायुरारोग्यादि प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न निर्मूलन धर्म संस्थापने दिग्विजयार्थमनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद श्री आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत पारायण अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थ वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद प्रथमोऽध्यायः श्री आद्यशंकराचार्य कृत मंगलाचरण श्लोकम्. ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. अगेन नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. So from this sloka, as we were discussing last 2 days also, first Nilakanta is for our mind's attention. Lord Shiva in that particular other forms which we are seeing in the evening, Shiva Bhujanga Stotra. Everything for this is being guided to us in the evening. Rupa Dhyana ke. Nilakanta is name. More attention is on his neck, there is Nilata. This is for mind's attention. But more than that, the intellect is understanding and ego is bowing down and praying to the divinity present in the form of these words. You know, when people are at very gross level, they need Lord in the form of form and name, and they stick to that only. You and I, when we have studied so many Shastras, for us the Lord is name and form and also beyond. And beyond is more real and important. Name and form is for us to hold on to. So actually, who is the ultimate Nilakanta Lord? He is a Nitya Ananda Swarup. Remember the subtle understanding here. Lord Nilakanta is Nitya Ananda. No, Nitya Ananda Paramatma alone, forever sadhana taken as Nilakanta. The difference in this understanding is Vedanta. Generally we say, ये गहने में सोना है. In this ornament there is a gold. In saying this, we are giving importance to the ornament more. In the ornament there is no gold. In the gold there is an ornament imagined. The change in this vision is Vedanta. Little subtler it is. For the initial entrance, it is not easily catchable. But you and I are exposing to Shastra so much regularly that it is not so difficult, impossible for us. So Lord Shiva is not Nityananda. Nilakanta is not Nityananda. Nityananda is for our convenience sake appearing as Nilakanta or conceived by us as Nilakanta. Clear? Basically Nitya Ananda. Then that is why Niradharam. Niradharam is not in terms of our feeling for ourselves. लाचार बेचारा कोई आधार नहीं है ऐसा नहीं कि निराधार is he doesn't need any support. Like two types of children, mother father died, childhood niradhar, one type of child. Other child is trained so well by the parents and they are alive, but still the child is standing on his own feet. That is niradhara. Positive it is. Okay, Papa, no need of your help. I know what to manage. Oh, same way, the second is the meaning of the Niradhara Paramatma. So Nilakantam is not Niradhara. Niradhara expressing as Nilakanta for our mind's focus. Because Rupanam hai to hi man focus karega. But Niradharam is a very highly contemplative thought. Niradhara. To help it, the next word comes. Nikhila Adhar. Like the head of the family is Adhara for that family. And then the district magistrate is the Adhara for that Jilla. We have the Adharas. Now, imagine or understand and accept that there is someone who is Adhara for the entire Jagat. Nikhila Adhar. Nikhila Adhar. See, when we think of these words little deeply, with patience and calmness of mind, something happens in our understanding, some deeper things. Nikhila Adharam. And how Nikhila Adharam? By being Sat and Sita, he is support of everything. And that Nityananda Niradhara Nikhiladharata of that Parabrahma Paramatma whom for my mind's holding I am taking as Nilakanta is ever Nityananda. He will never become Dukhi. He is ever Niradhara. He is ever Akhiladhara. He never changes. That is why Avyayam. Neither is presence nor is power get reduced for any reason. Avyaya. Nityanandam, Niradharam, Nikhiladharam, Avyayam. Then, very important is Nigamadhyagatu. Nigama is all knowledge of all branches have come from him. And that knowledge of all branches, technically in our Vedanta, Hinduism, called as Veda. Knowledge is Veda. There are no plural for knowledge. Knowledges नहीं होता है. Knowledge, that's it. Jnanam is one only. But then branches, when you divide, for the sake of communication, we talked as the knowledges. Science knowledge, technology knowledge, arts knowledge, commerce knowledge, so many. But knowledge is one. So all the knowledge has come from him only. Nigama Adhyagatam. Technical word it is. Nigama means yesterday or day before in our another text also this word came. Nigama means nischayena gamyate iti. So nigamana means with all proper inquiries, when you come to a conclusion, it is called as nigamanam, nischaya gamanam. Like in physics or chemistry, an hypothesis is postulated, then experiments are done. Then we come to the conclusion, which is expected. So that is a nigamanam ho gaya. So nigamadhyagatam means what? All the nigamas be attentive. Finally come to the conclusion that he alone is reality. And to prove that he alone is reality, all the nigamas which are working, they have come from him only, supported by him only. That is the subtle meaning of nigama adya gatam. है ना? भगवान को प्रूव करने के वाले के लिए निकले हुए सारे वेद भगवान से ही निकले हैं. He is the Adya of the Nigama. And what the Nigama do? They do the Nigamanam. They give the final conclusion. And what is the final conclusion? Paramatma only. In that way, such words contemplated take intellect to little deeper understanding. Repeatedly, when we do, that understanding remains with us. And from that understanding, drishti, when you see the world, the drishti is different. Okay. Nigamadhyagatam, nityam, eternal. Nilakantam, for our darshana, upasana. Namamyaham is saluting, surrendering. This namami also is a big word. At physical level, namami is bending down, like Ramji did yesterday. At the Indriya level, namami is recognizing his presence behind them. At the Mana level, namami is gratitude expressed for all the things received. At the Buddhi level, namami is recognizing his presence everywhere. Aham level, namami is I am not there other than you. हो गया? That is a powerful mantra. एक एक मंत्र ही काफी होता है मेडिटेशन करते हुए टू गो इनटू डीपर अंडरस्टैंडिंग्स. क्लियर? ओम अथ शांति मंत्र सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Friends, this shloka as we chant every day 6 times to get maximum benefit of it, apart from explaining its literal, familiar, general meaning. Last 2 days, we are trying to understand it from the other newer angles for benefiting from it, for getting inspiration from it. In that, the two aspects are, first is we pray to the Om God to bless both of us, the speaker and spoken, with all these five. One aspect is seen. That is generally interpreted. Second thing what we have introduced or trying to understand is not only the Om God we pray, the Lord the Omkara, we mutually also are in that goodwill of committing. Be attentive. For oneself to maintain all these five and help the other also to maintain all these five. Among these, three things we have seen. The Sahanavavatu, that I protect myself, my seeker in me, and I protect the listeners, you. Whatever best to be done, I must do. You also protect yourself as Shrota, and you protect the speaker in me. That's called Sahanav Avatu, Raksha Karna. ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. हमें अपने नेताओं का रक्षा करनी है. नेता हमारा रक्षा करना है ना. लीडर्स एंड फॉलोअर्स प्रोटेक्शन म्यूचुअल एवरीवेयर इट इज सो. the boss and subordinates. Second is Sahano Bhunaktu, we said. Somehow consciously I have to feel the joy of this endeavor. And only when its Mahima is known and recognized and acknowledged that we feel proud of it and we start enjoying it. If that is not there, this interaction with the Guru in the class of the Shastra appears to be a burden, appears to be heaviness. That's a very low level of mind. Then we are hesitant to be regular or sincere. We just leave it. That is why, particularly, this second word is used, Sahana Bhunak. So I must enjoy this satsanga as a speaker. Then Sahana Bhunaktu is what? I must ensure that you as a listener also enjoy this one. Enjoy is not like Vishaya Ananda, but enjoy means there is a, the happiness that is felt in doing this work. Everywhere it is so. Like you invited some Panditji for puja in your house, japa or Satyanarayana Vratam. No, that pujari has to be intelligent to enjoy himself doing it, even if it is hundredth the time for him, and make the whole family enjoy. वो फिर वो 3 घंटे ना पता भी नहीं चलता कैसे गए. बट इफ दैट पंडित जी इज हिमसेल्फ इज फ्रस्ट्रेटेड कि मैं क्यों कर रहा हूँ ये वाला, दूसरा चारा नहीं है मुझे. Other people are more luckier than me, they get so much of money and all. Then he will be very pathetically doing that Satyanarayana Swami Vratam. The listeners also will only think one thing, कब खत्म हो जाएगा. Isn't it? Like if I am talking to you and I am not enjoying, I am not making you happy, you will just say, Swami ji ka kuch ho jaye. So that the class should stop. That not important? Sahana Bhunaktu. That knack we have to develop in enjoying what we are supposed to do, not doing what we think that it gives us joy. That is any lower fellow does it. And then neend mein everybody will get sukha in nidra. Giving up nidra and using that time for sadhana and enjoying it, that is greatness. And being in one's own whims and disobedient to parents, every stupid will enjoy. Giving it up and enjoying doing what parents say, that is the achievement, isn't it? Escaping the official work, land loitering here and there. Every fool gets joy in that. All the work even done and ready for the extra work and finding joy in it. Something different, higher intellect. Is it not? Higher personality. That is what is meant here. Sahana Bhunak. So too the Shrotas also have to be matured to find the knack of enjoying the satsanga from their side, and they should make the Guru also feel that joy. In the case of Nachiketa, Nachiketa enjoyed his question and he made the Guru Maharaj also be happy by sticking to that boon what he has asked. देखो सहना मुनक्त किया उन्होंने. So much किया कि Yamaraj kept all this work pending. He taught this boy the entire Upanishad. While doing so, Yamaraj was also very happy, excited. That is why above more than 40 meditational techniques he taught. And with that he made Nachiketa also happy. सुनो है कि नहीं, सहनाम्बु रक्त तो कितना आवश्यक है. Again I am telling, it is the unwanted ego, too much ego, which wants to maintain its special status, which is a murkhata, that it doesn't have enjoy itself, it doesn't make other fellow happy. And this is million examples you come across every day, mostly in your own family, in your own brothers sisters में एक दो ऐसे घटिया लोग होते हैं ना, in anybody's company, they don't enjoy, they don't make others happy, they don't allow, especially they are attention seekers. Without ego, the 10 people are talking to each other, laughing and giggling. This 11th cartoon, the moment he comes, others suddenly become alert. Now they can't talk to themselves. They have to talk to this ego, this embodiment of ego. Somehow, if he is neglected, if they are continuing the talk, that ego and comes and says, क्या आप लोग मेरे से बात ही नहीं कर रहे हो? He will see that they will stop their joy and become miserable. And उसको कभी तृप्ति नहीं होती है as much as हम right attention you give. तो उसको बुलाना है, उसको कुर्सी पे बैठा है, पहले उसको पानी देना है, खाने पे पहले उसको बुलाना है. I'm sure this personality definitely will have in your family. एक दो खुद तो नहीं होंगे मेरे ख्याल में. He can be anybody. Very vichitra. He will see that he will not be enjoying, he will not allow. And with that fellow, if you go for a picnic or a travel or anything, that presence itself is so disturbing. You have no freedom to do the things which you want. I'm just giving an example or the explanation of what is that which doesn't allow sahana monak. Therefore, keep it away. So I know your rest value, I duly value you, then I will enjoy my work with you. When you also do so, then there is sahana monak. Sahaviryam karavavahe, we have seen, wherein the meaning of virya is put the effort, that already known. The virya is what? Energy, stamina. Sahaviryam karavavahe. I have to conserve and maintain my virya shakti for doing all this work of satsang pravachan and do whatever needful which I can do to make you also viryavan. You know, in those days, the disciples were in the Gurukula. Guru will give good food and all as much he can afford so that the children are viryavan. The real virya is the inner virya. Therefore, through various Veda mantra, charana, upasana, japa, even yogasana, pranayama, Guru used to make the disciples viryavan, fit enough to receive this knowledge. If the Guru is not caring disciples, left to them, they are not having food, etc., then they are viryavan nahi hai wo, then he will not be able to give knowledge. Yesterday with these loving words, Vishwamitraji Vasishthaji made Rama viryavan. Before that, he was nirvirya only. He was becoming thin and dilapidated and not talking, not working, not doing anything. अब आज से देखोगे how beautifully Rama going to speak. So he made them viryavan. Sorry, they made him viryavan. Now he will also make them viryavan by putting in front of them his own matured thinking of Viveka and Vairagya. Rama's story, evening, Yoga Vasishta reference I am taking and telling. Here also, the Guru should ensure that the disciples are viryavan. ये हर जगह होना है. If the Guru goes on giving so much work to the disciples, अब वो थक ही गए, उनको नींद नहीं दिया, खाने को कुछ नहीं दिया. नो बनता नहीं बात. In that case of Vishwamitra ji ke saath Rama Lakshmana went, he was very careful, Vishwamitra ji. First day only he taught them the Bala Atibala Vidyas, by which even if the food doesn't come immediately on time, they don't suffer hunger. That is only Vidyas given for emergency. But otherwise, all the Kandamula Phala needed for Rama Lakshmana, he went on giving. And also he did not torture a taskmaster teacher ki tarah. He gave them due rest whenever it could be. Only during the Yajna Kala, they were guarding. Other time, beta aram karo. Because these have to be viryavan. Isn't it? उनको ऐसे थका दिया कि अब काम करो बोले तो कैसे करेंगे? Like your servants, whole day they are with you. Then every 4 hours you have to give them something to eat. They are also human being after all. अब दिया इन्हें कुछ खाने पीने को, then थक जाएंगे ना. That's why nowadays in corporate world, there are tea breaks, there are snack breaks. It's an intelligent idea. Viryavan. And giving bonus and incentives, Viryavan. Promotions and the appreciation meetings every 2 months. देखो तभी जाकर वो लोग उस कंपनी में स्टिक करेंगे, काम करेंगे. So Guru should make the disciples Viryavan by all the means. इट्स अ बिग लिस्ट. हाँ, कितने चीज़ों का वीर्यता चाहिए और उनको कैसे दिलाना है टू द डिसाइपल्स. सी बुद्धिवीर्य, मनोवीर्य, इंद्रिय वीर्य, प्राणवीर्य, शरीर वीर्य, all of that the Guru should provide to the disciples. And what is the disciples doing Viryavan to Guru? Only one. When they follow the discipline, follow the instructions, that gives sufficient Virya to Guru. Sahaviryam Karavavai, isn't it? Next one is Tejasvino Aditamastu. This is again very crucial thought. Huh? Tejasvino Aditamastu. Mhm. The first general meaning which we see all the time is what? What we study the subject. That should be a Tejasvi subject, not a dull subject. Second meaning is the subject which we have studied should make us Tejasvi, Ojasvi. These meanings anyway we know. The third meaning here is mutually. You know? Now Tejasvi Aditamastu is very essential, very important. Wherein, for whatever reason of Prarabdha, you as a listeners or disciples become Tejohina one day. थक गए वगैरह कुछ है ना. I have to ensure that that Tejasvita is brought back in you by the loving words, kind words, encouraging words. The other thing what I can do is what? Scolding you for your irregularity, in this indiscipline or all of that. उससे क्या होगा? ऑलरेडी यू आर इन द माइंड हैविंग सम योर ओन पर्सनल रीजन फॉर विच यू आर नॉट रेगुलर और सिंसियर. अब मैंने ऐसे बात कही तो इट बिकम्स एन एडेड स्ट्रेंथ टू यू टू रन अवे फ्रॉम द क्लास. This is the meaning of when there is no Tejasvita in you, I have to inculcate in it a sort of inspiration to be Tejasvi Bana. You understand that? नहीं तो क्या है, थक जाएंगे, अलग अलग रीजंस हो जाएंगे. We lose that confidence. We lose the interest. After all, we are human beings carrying the loads and loads of ignorance, delusions, attachments, the past experience. Oh, क्या क्या काम कब करेगा क्या पता हमको. So I have to make you all the time Tejasvi. That art, that knack to keep you fully inspired. I have to do as a speaker. It's an art. Gurudev was master in it. Every mission center, he will make Tejasvi by contacting them, by calling them, पूछते हैं और कैसे हैं, and visiting them every year. So their inspiration level is kept up. When the fourth is there, 1, 2, 3 will happen easily. Sahanavatu, Sahanavak, Savirin Karva hai, depend on Tejasvi Aditamastu. The general meaning of Aditam Tejasvi Astu is whatever we studied should be remembered always, should be useful for us, all of that. But the other thing is what kya hai, ki our Adhyana to become Tejasvi, we have to make each one Tejasvi also. And most of the time, more responsibility is in the Guru only. because he is the higher pedestal. तो क्या करने से बच्चों का तेजस्वी ओजस्विता इंस्पिरेशन इंटैक्ट रहेगा? You know how Lord Krishna made kept all Gwal Bal Tejasvi. He will laugh with them, will giggle with them, he will play with them, and to make them Tejasvi, even he will do a chori also with them. एक्साइट होंगे बच्चे, चल बेटा का चोरी करते हैं आज मक्खन का. दे आर एक्साइटेड, दे फील सो फ्रेंडली. अरे अपने तरह सोच रहा है. Isn't it? यमुना में नहाएंगे कट्टे जाकर. He just keep them Tejas. They're so fond of him now. Art of keeping the subordinates or employees in the mood of Tejasvita. है ना? As we said, na, कभी by giving incentives, कभी by giving the words of encouragement, कभी by entertainment, कभी by humor, कभी by taking into confidence. Keep them Tejasvi. They should not become dull regarding their relation with us as well as regarding the responsibilities they have to do. वो गया ना तो then even though the person is very capable, but he will not be useful. Tejasvi. And from the other side, even the disciples also should make the Guru Tejasvi. Guru should not day by day lose the interest that the students are not regular, not sincere. So then why should I teach them? If the Tejasvita in the Guru gets reduced, no, he will just stop the classes. And he is not at loss because he is reveling in his own self. तो हमारा ये होता है responsibility, isn't it? In that college, when the students go and talk to the professor, say good morning to him, wishes to him, and celebrate a Guru Purnimas and reciprocate the knowledge given by proving in the exams that Guru is so much always in the Tejasvi mood. कोई कोई किस्मत वाले टीचर्स गुरु होते हैं उनको हर एक बैच में ऐसे तेजस्वी डिसेबल मिलते हैं लकी दे आर दे एंजॉय इट कोई कोई ऐसे होते हैं इन एवरी बैच सच स्टूडेंट्स कम की क्यों लिया मैंने ये वाला टीचिंग प्रोफेशन दिस इज एप्लीकेबल एवरीवेयर द हस्बैंड शुड मेक द वाइफ तेजस्वी whenever she is losing that teja the inspiration for anything that knack art wife also he is tired exhausted some loss in business कोई घोटाले में फंस गए क्या क्या होता है दुनिया में so she should help him तेजस्वी clear now the last but not the least is what ma vidvishavahi. This is the one thing is anyway known कि may we not do vidvesh of each other even once, even in dream. That is the ultimate final meaning. Main meaning is that only. We are just adding the secondary meaning. The secondary meaning for this, the last thing is what? Ki, let me not do your dvesha, let me not do my dvesha. It anyway we know. Let me not do the dvesha of my work, my study, my teaching to you. ये भी हमको पता है. But the next thing is important is what? I have to repeatedly ensure as a speaker guru that in your mind you are not having dvesha for anything or being in the world, including yourself. Because dvesha is such a poison. One, 100 sadgunas we may have in us, all of that will be poisoned by that one dvesha guna. है कि नहीं तो मुझे क्योंकि आप दूसरे बच्चों से मिलते रहेंगे आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग अ गुरुकुला सेटअप गुरुज थिंकिंग ऑल दिस एबल दे टॉक टू ईच अदर कोई किसी को पसंद आए न आए दे मे आर मे नॉट हैव सेम नेचर देयर इज ऑलवेज टेंडेंसी that for the one child in his immature stage to have dvesha to other but वो आ गया वहां कीड़ा मन में he can't attend to the class now all the time will be watching at him only. The Guru should see that he will not have dvesha for the other co-students, no dvesha for the room given, for the work which he is supposed to do. Because that dvesha feeling itself is negative. And even little dvesha is there, dvaita will not go away. When dvaita doesn't go, advaita cannot be experienced. The difference between prema and dvesha is prema removes all dvaita and establishes advaita. Dvesha makes forget all advaita and creates the dvaita there. Dvaita is samsara, Advaita is moksha. Therefore, Mahavidvishavaha, he means what? I myself should not hate anything in the world for any reason as a guru. And see that in your mind also, you are not hating anything or any being. Very sensitive. Mahavidvishavaha. Because we have no right to hate anything in the world, because everything Bhagavan's expression. How can you hate? सांप है उसमें विष है You protect yourself. You need not hate it. Mosquito biting. Protect yourself. But why should you hate that mosquito? You know, other religious people, they break our temples and all. That is our mistake. We are not loving our gods and all. To correct yourself, rectify yourselves. If required, kick them. Who says not? But don't hate. The judge never hates while pronouncing the punishment or judgment. It is his job. In the same way, you and I are spiritual seekers. These two things we can't have even a milli micro drop also of it. One is dvesha, second, the thought of himsa to that person because of dvesha. That is why ahimsa is the first of the yama sadhana. Ahimsa, himsa or dvesha, they go together. Where I hate someone, I feel that I want that person to suffer. Hare, when you say I want that person is never away from you, is the same self. So by saying he should suffer, you are deciding you will suffer. Then how can you get the Ananda Brahma Ananda? Illogical it is, very subtle it is. और महाविद्विषा भाई प्रेम से द्वेष निकाल देना, देश को आने नहीं देना. You know, like you come to me with a complaint about other person. I should not listen to you and say, हाँ yeah, you are right, मैंने भी observe किया, हम दोनों मिलकर उसकी पिटाई करेंगे, such a fellow, let us hate him. Then I am not at all mature. I should tell you, yes, he may be like that, but protect yourself. Same time, see good qualities also in him. After all, everyone have weakness and strengths. We have to protect ourselves and our relation. And prarabdha, we have to stay together. We will suffer if there is a hatred. I have to put you in this way, like in our spiritual camps, ये बहुत बार होता है. आपको नहीं पता तो we are there as camp conductors and acharyas, we know it. वी अलॉट रूम्स, एक ही रूम में 3 लोग 4 लोग, 8 दिन का कैंप है. अब 2 दिन के बाद ही दे स्टार्ट हेटिंग ईच अदर बिकॉज ऑफ वेरियस रीजन. दे आर 100 रीजन्स. मे बी स्नोरिंग, or 1 hour they go to washroom, never come out, or many other things. इरेगुलर, इनडिसिप्लिन, दरवाजा बंद नहीं करेंगे, बेडशीट फोल्ड नहीं करेंगे, चपला इधर उधर फेंकेंगे. अब देखो हाउ मेनी थिंग्स आर देयर. सो दे complain. The one who comes to with complaint, he is to be corrected because the other fellow has no complaint. Then we tell them, no, no, you are in the class to learn theory. In the room, there is a practicality given to you by the Lord. Jelo, tolerate it. Observe your mind, not observe the things outside, beings outside. That way, increase your own toleration. Same time, don't dislike or hate that person, be normal. When it is told, third day, fourth day, again, they are normal now. They become friendly and all. Then the whole camp they listen. Nahi to you come to spiritual camp and you hate each other. Examples. Mahavidvishavai. If I create a hatred in your mind about anything in this world, by destroying you, I have done the highest of the crime. Because hate destroys. You can't hate, no? As a spiritual seeker, when everything is Brahman, the Atman, the Paramatman, how can anything be hate worthy? We have to protect ourselves. That's different. That is a pure Hinduism. We went through so many atrocities for all the other people who attacked. Still, we don't have that hatred. होता भी है, 1 second होता है बस, but we just forgive. The 27 lakhs of people have visited, or nahi, more than that, the Ram Mandir in last 4 weeks, 3 weeks. We have enjoyed devotion to Rama. Nobody hated the persons who have broken the temple. थोड़ा तो होता है भाई, after all we are human, but not that much that with for no reason the hatred with which they destroyed our temples. For no reason. हमने उनको जगह दी, रहने को खाना दिया, and seva we have done to them. Still with hatred they broke thousands of temples for no reason. But we the Hindus don't hate. That is how the Hinduism is eternal. Again, even if that anger, hatred comes, because such a great temples of the Lord they are destroyed, only for some time it remains. We can't afford, Hindus' hearts cannot afford to maintain hatred. सनातन धर्म का ही महिमा है. Because we have so many gods to love, worship, so many relatives to love and help. अब कहाँ जगह है हमको हेट करने का? मजेदार है कि नहीं? So महाविद्विषावहे, 1 or 2 thoughts more in 2-5 minutes we do. Then we see the Sambandha Bhashyam at length. Have patience regularly. I know now only who come to my class now. So they love me, I love them. So we will tune and we'll enjoy our Shastra. I am not going to be worried, concerned about any other people. Those who come regularly, let us enjoy word by word, sentence by sentence, our this great Shwethashwathara Upanishad. Only 1-2 thoughts about Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. उसको भी कैसे समझना देख कर, then the beautiful Sambandha Bhashya. Travel with Bhagavan Adi Shankara and grasp that beautiful thing. And anyway, let us pray to the Guru Parampara, the divinity, to equip us with more and more Tejasvita to involve in our spirituality. So much that spirituality alone is there in our life. Fulfill ourselves in this. No looking back, no looking here and there, no stagnation, no going back. Om, 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 Om. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramanashibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Tat Sat Brahma Arpanamastu. In Vyavahara, sometimes hatred may operate. Hence we become spiritual, that too when our goal is Ekameva Dvayam Brahman. How much ever the world or situation or things and beings be, rank negative. Yet, in the interest of our own sadhana, we cannot afford to hate anyone. Note this important point. Thank you. Hari Om. Jaya